So today we're going to do the same thing as last time, practicing for our quiz. We're going to solve quadratics using two methods, factoring and quadratic formula. We should get the same answers, they're just different methods to solve. So we always get all terms on one side, which we did. We identify a, b, and c. So a is in front of x squared, it's 3. B is in front of x, it's -2. C is the constant, -8. Factoring, there's no GCF. We look for combos that multiply to a times c that add to b. So a is 3, c is -8, so 3 times -8 is -24. That adds to -2. So when we think about the combination, we know that we have some combo of 6 and 4. 6 times 4 is 24. And if they have to add to -2, the 6 has to be negative. So it's -6 and +4. So I'm going to factor two different ways, okay? Some of you like grouping, and then I'm going to do it my way. So first, I'll do it my way. So I would do x minus 6 times x plus 4 equals 0. I know that there's more steps because x times x is not 3x squared, so that's where I do factors over front. The front number is a 3, the a. Simplify, swing out. So we get x minus 2, x plus 4/3. And if there's a denominator, it swings out in front. So we have x minus 2 times 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then we set our factors equal to 0 and solve. So we get x minus 2 equals 0. 3x plus 4 equals 0. So we add 2 to both sides and we get x is 2. If we subtract 4 and divide by 3, we'll get x is -4/3. Now I'm going to do it another way. I'm going to factor by grouping. So either way of factoring is fine, whatever you prefer. So let's do grouping. Okay, so once you know the factors, -6 and 4, you're going to replace the middle term, -2x, with -6x and 4x. So we have 3x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 8 equals 0. So notice it's the same problem, I just replaced the middle with -6x plus 4x. So then we are going to look for factors of each group. So 3x squared and -6x have 3x in common that we factor out. So we're left with x minus 2. 4x minus 8, they both have 4 in common. So then we'd be left with x minus 2. So then we have value in front, 3x plus 4 times x minus 2 equals 0. You set each factor equal to 0. So again, x minus 2 equals 0. We would get x equal 2. If I set 3x plus 4 equals 0, you subtract 4 and divide by 3, so you also get -4/3. So guys, that's just another way of doing it. It doesn't matter what option you want, the answers are the same. Now we're going to do quadratic formula. So for all problems, you have to factor whatever way you prefer, and then you have to do quadratic formula. You should get the same answer. So we know the quadratic formula is x equals -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, we've been noticing when you go to plug in, you're forgetting to use parentheses. When you get rid of the variable and you insert a number, you need to use parentheses. So let's do this. So we have x equals negative, parentheses for b, plus or minus square root, parentheses where b is, squared minus 4, parentheses a, parentheses for c, all over 2 parentheses for a. We'll insert our numbers. So we have in the b slot, we have -2. In the a slots, we have 3. And in the C slot, we have negative 8. And we know all of that from before. All terms on one side, identify A, B, C. So then we continue from there, and we get, let's see, so I'll go back here. We get x equals positive 2, right, double negative, plus or minus square root. 2 squared is 4, right, and negative 4 times 3 times negative 8 is positive 96. So under the radical, 96 plus 4 is 100, over 2 times 3 is 6. Now, a lot of you need to watch from here because some people are only writing one answer. So we have x equals 2 plus or minus. Square root of 100 is 10, right? 10 times 10 is 100, all over 6. Now from there, you should have two answers. If we do the plus, we would get x equals 2 plus 10 over 6, which is 12 over 6, which is 2. Then if we do the minus, we'll get x equals 2 minus 10 over 6, which is negative 8 over 6, which is negative 4/3. Notice that those are the same answers. So if you choose to factor, you will get x equals 2, x equals negative 4/3. If you use the quadratic formula, you get x equals 2, x equals negative 4/3. You should get the same answer. So if you go below, you'll see the answer key. Come on Zoom at 11 if you want to go over stuff. And next class, we have a quiz. Okay, have a good day.